Hello guys, welcome to another piano lesson with NJ Victor. So today we'll be looking at the dominant 9sus4 chords. We'll be looking at how to play them and where to use them. Yes. Okay, so without much talking, let's get into the lesson. We'll be doing this lesson in the key of C. Yes. Okay, so let's look at the chord. First, how do we form this chord? So like the name implies, dominant 9sus4. So we know what a dominant chord is. A dominant, we look at, there are two chords. It's actually two chords together. Yes, we have different types of chords. We have our dominant chords, and then we have our sus chords too. Yes. So dominant sus, you can see that from what I'm saying, you can know that it's a combination of two chords. So what's our dominant chord? Dominant chord is just a major chord with an added seventh, the flattened seventh. So let's look at it in our root. We know that most times dominant chords are chords formed in the 5 degree. For example, if I'm playing the key of C, which I am, the chord that will be our dominant is usually the 5 chord. That's what it's known for. 5 chords are usually the dominant. I know I taught a lesson about that. Doesn't mean other chords can be dominant. It's just depending on the context. Yeah, all of these are dominant, and then we talked about it being the secondary dominant in one of my video. Maybe I'll drop a link. Okay, so like I said, the dominant chord is just a major chord with an added seventh, a flattened seventh. So these are 7. 1, 3, 5. These are major 7, flattened 7. That gives us our dominant chord. Now, what is a sus chord? A sus chord is just a major chord without the. It's just a chord without the third. So we have our major chord. So these are third. All I'm doing is just bringing down the third or taking it up. So if I take the third forward to the 4, it becomes a sus4. If the third goes below to the second, it becomes a sus2. I think there's something like that. So that's a sus chord, and we use them in different areas in music. I know in the beginning of a worship song, you can decide to play the sus4. Yes, it's something people do regularly. Yeah. Okay, so that is that. So the dominant 9 or the sus4, it's just a dominant chord with the sus4. Okay, so let's look at it. Like I said, we're in the key of C. Let me use the dominant degree, which is the 5. So this is a dominant chord. To understand this, you have to picture G itself. So these are major 7, these are dominant 7. This is our sus2, and this is our sus4. So we are just adding the 4 with the 9. These are 9. That's it. That's how you form the dominant 9sus4 chord. So if I'm in the key of C, I have this. I have my dominant, and then I have I think of my major chord first, and then I take it forward, which is the 4, and then add my 9. Yeah, there are different ways you could voice this. Okay, so that's how you form the dominant 9 chord. There are different ways. There are different ways we could voice it too. Yes, There are different ways you could voice it. If I add this, I'm adding another extension, which is the 13 or the 11. No, that's the the 13 rather, not the 11. Okay, so there are different ways you could voice it. You just we're voicing it on how it fits the melody. Okay, so that's how. Let's look at how to play it too in the key of F. So I have my dominant, and then I have my major chord. I play my 4 and my 9. Play this. Like this. Okay, so like we said, how does it function? Let's look at how it functions. First, you can use it to resolve to the 1. So it's more to the 1 or to the chord, yes, like 5-1, for example, like in the key of C. So if I'm playing my dominant 9sus4, it will take me to the 1. So that's one way we can use it. So if I'm playing maybe a progression, so I could use it to the 1. It takes me straight to the 1. Most times sus chords are chords with tension, so sometimes what the pros do is they resolve it. So most times you can see the chord resolved and then to the 1. So dominant sus, then a dominant with an extension, then so that's how it works. So let's do that progression I did. I'm doing 1 to the 3 to the 4, and then to the 5 dominant sus, resolve, back to the 1. Yes, that's how I'm playing it. Okay, so that's one way. Sometimes another way we use this is to modulate. So let's say I'm playing. Then because I use it here. So we use it to modulate. Just play. I played it what I played here, and then I played the same thing descending. So you can use it to modulate a half step. It's a nice way to modulate. So that movement. So it gives that sweet semitone modulation. Yes. Okay, so these are the other ways too we can use it, but let's stop here. Let me just show you 2 or more gospel songs you can find. There's this song by Nathaniel Bassey. It goes it's how they use it there. Yes, like they did not resolve it. So it goes then Emma. So that's very nice. This is actually one chord that is found in every genre, in every aspect of music. Okay, so that's one. There's another song too. I think this song here. So I use it here. So okay, that reminds me now. An easy way to picture this is like playing your 4 against your 5. So sometimes it's seen as a slash chord. So 4 against 5, you know that that's the chord. So if you think the theory is, or the explanation is confusing, just picture if I'm playing in a key and I want to do it. So I have my 4 against my 5, and then other nice voicings too. Okay, so like I said, I just remember, that's why I had to bring it. Okay, then back to the song. There's this song that they did, Yahweh, 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 oh Yahweh. Yes, that's that chord there. So I'm just playing my 4 against my 5. Or is it 5 against 4? Whichever one, I know you're seeing it. So, I think there are a lot of songs. There are a lot of songs you can hear this chord inside. And if you have songs, or you can leave a comment. If you have songs you've heard this voice, this chord, you can drop a comment. Let me just know. And if you find this video interesting, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as it will cost you nothing, but it will help the channel grow. Thank you and stay blessed.